this this guy on YouTube, right? He's a former, he's a recovering drug addict, but it's all about coke. So what I'm going to do is try and tell my own story about all the drugs. When he said, sounds like I'm slagging him off here, but I'm not. But he's saying the first time he took drugs, he was 15. It's like, holy shit, man, I was fucking alcoholic when I was 3. That might sound ridiculous, but I shall tell you. I grew up in a wee island off the west coast called Islay, right? And it's got, there's about 3,500 people, maybe 4,000 people back there. And I grew up with my mum and dad split up when I was like 4 or something, but my dad was a chronic alcoholic. He worked in the distillery and drunk like litres of white whiskey every day. White whiskey is like 80% alcohol. And I've done that for 30 odd years. I never known my dad sober till I was about 12. I never seen him sober. I seen him rattling off the drink, but I never seen him sober. My mum was more of a binge drinker, but she was messed up in the head. She didn't have a very good life. I mean, you find it soon enough that it's how messed up she was. But so I was born in 1981. My mum already had 4 kids to another guy who she was married to. She was married with 2 kids by the time she had a kid when she was 15, which was in the 60s, which not in a place like Ireland, you know what I mean? It's like, back then it was like church ruled everything. It's not as bad now, it's probably the most secular of all the islands, but so, I mean, later on, like, so, I mean, there was only 10 months between Kate, my oldest sister, and Willie, my second oldest, my oldest brother. So, see, when they used to go around to the house, they would let Willie in because they were married, but they were married then because she got married to Sonny when she was 16. And they wouldn't let Kate in. She was born out of wedlock. They used to say, oh, that's a coal man's daughter. Terrible. Really. I mean, me and Kate don't get on, but we'll get to that. But it's sad because we used to be really close. And that's when the fucking child set up, you know what I mean? So, born 1981, right? He had that. My nearest brother, he was about 10 years older than me, Scott, who later got nicknamed Zeb for Sebastian Coe, but we'll get to that as well. My next sister Annette, who's fucking brilliant. Yes, she was, because both them are dead, so is Willie, from drugs, alcohol abuse, mental health, and so I lived with my mum and dad. I was about 4 or 5 when my dad left, and my mum stayed with my mum, obviously. Well, we stayed with my mum, and my sister came home and found, my sister Annette came home and found, actually I'll come back to it, it's true, I don't want to hurt anybody else, so it's still my story. So my mum gets a new man anyway, let's do that now. And they have a kid, my wee sister's custody, who I love to bits. And like my older brothers and sisters left when I was still a kid. I think Scott was still at home, right? Scott was very close because obviously 10 years in age, if he was 10 years, maybe just under that. But we were, I mean, never even thought that having different dads made any difference, you know what I mean? The thing is, see when my mum and her husband split up, I mean, the guy used to beat the shit into it every day. I mean, he was an alcoholic, but he was a violent alcoholic, and my sister used to come home from school and find my mum at the bottom of the stairs, pools of blood and stuff like that. I think she was dead, you know. And I remember my middle sister and I telling me that she was so scared of him she couldn't even say the word fork, because she was fucking terrified of him. And the thing is, somebody lived next door that should have put a stop to it, right? If it was my wee sister, I would have buried the guy. And that's not an exaggeration of fucking being melodramatic. If somebody laid their hand on my wee sister, I'd fucking cut their hand off. For starters. Anyway, back to my story, right? So, once I'm like 3, no, before this, right, the first memories, right, is, my dad was away in Edinburgh doing a welding course, right, so I'd only been about 18 months old or something, right, and my mum used to work in a pub, now I called the White Hart, and I woke up one night when my dad was in Edinburgh, and fucking, sorry, excuse my garlic, my dad was away in Edinburgh, right, so my mum was just out in the piss. I remember waking up in the house maybe about 12, middle of the night, and I got up and there was nobody in. I was like 18 months old or something, 3 years old, and I wandered all the way from the house down to the fucking pub. So it might be like 2 or something. So, I mean, I always remember because I come in American Pie was on McLean, so that I would time it. So I don't know, man. 25 plus years in intravenous heroin use, addiction to street Valium, prescription Valium, addiction to intravenous coke use, crack use, alcohol, you name it, fucking been there. And what was I going to say there? I mean, it's not like, see, I mean, you get people talking about their drug habits and coke and everything. I'm not mentioning that guy in any way. Fair play to him, man, he sorted his life out. I'm still trying to sort mine out. But I've put the pin down. Just need to put the pipe down. But I'm getting it. Just being totally honest, right? This is going to be it's not a very pleasant story, right? So my mum would piss all the time, right? She binge drinker, right? But she was really intelligent, right? She was into like Schopenhauer, it's a German philosopher. Basically says, what's the point in everything? Nihilism. Even worse than fatalism. Mum was pretty fatalist as well. I mean, she when we were growing up, when they found a body at the second in the First World War, they used to mark it like what remains. You would mark it with a rifle on the ground with a British tin hat on top of it, and had a big poster of that on the wall. That's one of the first memories. It's not even funny. I mean, fucking didn't do me much on it, and it used to say it was all in black, right? Black and white, it just said white letters, why? So it was like mad pacifist as well. And me and her used to sit and watch When the Wind Blows, you know, by the same guy, Raymond Briggs, that done The Snowman, but totally different film. And me and mum would sit and watch it. It was about, still the 80s, right? So I mean, it's still Cold War going on. So I used to get it out. Anytime I had money, I go to the video shop and get it out. It was actually run by a pedo, it turned out. I was surprised. Anyway, get to that maybe. But so we used to watch this. It's cartoon just like The Snowman, except it's about a couple living a rural couple facing nuclear Armageddon, and it's pretty apt for this time because what's going on with the extermination of the Palestine as a sovereign entity, and the extermination of the people. I mean, my pal, right, I'm going to tell you a story about it in a minute. I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok when I shaved half his head off when I was about 3 years old. He was right into it, so he shock doctor and all that, and then got me into it. And I spent 2 years reading up Middle East politics, history, and that. And I mean, that's 20 odd years ago, and Hamas were firing rockets in then. So, I mean, I think this festival's just been the excuse they needed to. I mean, basically the rockets are firing in are like bloody RPGs compared to a fucking German 88. Sorry, excuse my Gaelic again. Right, so anyway, I digress. I may do that from time to time, probably all the time. But right, so I'm living in Crockfara, right, and one of my other first memories was remember the door coming in. You know, I'm only maybe 3 or something. I don't know. Can't remember what year that's happening, right? But it's customs and excise, right? Because my dad had lost his job in Ardbeg in the late 70s. No, but I was born because he bought a fucking Silver Cross pram because Prince William had one. But he was colourblind, so it was brown cord. It wasn't the nicest thing, but he fucking loved that pram to bits. So he had it for years. He had it fucking. I remember it was a teenager. Well, I was just before a teenager, I was about 10. But because he got. They couldn't sack him for being drunk, right? Because see, back then you used to queue up in the morning and they would give you a big fucking dram. And I'm talking like, see, like a glass you'd get a shot in, and not a shot glass, but actually a whiskey glass you would get in the pub, right? Like that, or even a mug, and it would be dipped into a metal pail and taken up. And the manager would be standing amongst the under manager would be handing out these drams to everybody. You got one in the morning, I don't know if and then you got one at home time. So you couldn't sack my dad for being drunk. And plus, the old man was legendary for his ability to steal whiskey. And there's actually a thing on the internet if you look it up. If you type in Ardbeg Distillery Legends Jim Spike, you'll see a story about him stealing that much whiskey he filled in the bath with him. Anyway, I digress yet again. So I'm growing up, and right, and most of the time I live with my sisters and my 2 cousins. I had to Mary Puda and Karen, big up yourselves. I used to love stealing your B-night fags when I was 3-year-old, but and he used to get me drunk. But anyways, it's just character building, innit? But he used to get me drunk on quite a regular occasion because he'd be wanting to go out to what it was called a dance, right? And I always said this too, fucking hell, but yes, and here you take people over it, and you go out to one of these dances, right? You'd be playing music from like Greece, you're the one in the mind, all that fucking bollocks, right? And you'd walk home with your pal that you took up from down south and was walking the boats, and you'd go, that's great, man, a 70s night and that, man. That goes, mate, no, that's just the last time they bought records, man. It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with, it's not a specific night, that's just what they play. You go out 10 years' time, they'll still be playing that. Anyway, right, so the Prudas, it's a Gaelic term, I don't actually know what it means, but and my sister Annette used to be like stuck with me all the time, and because my brother, once my mum and dad got together, right, my dad took on the kids, right, as his own, and they had a lot of respect for my dad, right, and I mean my sister that I don't even get on with used to introduce him as her stepdad, even though her own dad was still alive, but Willie didn't come. He stayed with his own dad. And Willie was quite fucked up, man. He was taking magic mushrooms by the time he was like 9, 10 year old. And and he was given to my brother Scott at even younger age. And I fucking wonder, dead is it really, you know? And they gave it to my sister Annette, and she was about 11 or something. And she says she washed his face, right? She says she opened what was called the airing cupboard, right? So it'd be like the boiler, and then there'd be shelves above it to dry your clothes, right? So they opened the boiler cupboard, and it just looked like fish suppers, right? But it's all wraps of magic mushrooms, right? And so he gives them to Annette, and Annette's fucking out her head, right? She's only fucking, we last year at 11, 12, right? And fuck's sake, this is what it's like, man. Again, I'm just like, it's 5 to 9 in the morning, my chemist opens at 9, so another 10 minutes of this, and then I'll continue. But this is just about me first out for came across addiction issues, substance abuse, right? So, they'd get me drunk and that, right? And it happened on a fairly regular occasion, most weekends, right? But meanwhile, my mum was obviously out the pub, right? And then she would come back from the pub with loads of people, right? You should have the Cure on Blade, and that was her favourite band, Cure. And so I had my bedroom right above the living room, right, me and Scott's bedroom. And so I used to listen to the music, see when I heard the music stopping, right, so everybody couldn't much be asleep, no one's changing it. Sneak downstairs, and there's like a coffee table full of vodkas and cokes and all that, certain volumes of emptiness, and I would just go round the table and drink them all. And that's when the late Big Thomas, also known as Leonard, rest in peace, and he came down and caught me and he said, you drinking? I goes, oh, I thought it was coke, right? Bear in mind I'm only 3 years old. And so he's like that, so someone gets a bottle, right, and pours us both a dram, right, so he's sitting drinking that for the 3-year-old kid, right, but yeah, even though I was only 3 years, but still well ahead of my years, you know. I mean, so he goes to me, hey, big man, you want to learn to shave, right? And I'm great, right, fucking hell. So he goes, right, go up and get some razors and that, right? And so we can get one of your mum's razors, get a bowl of soapy water and that, right? So I'm like, great, man, I'm going to fucking get my first shave today, right? So up gets it, comes down, right? And so we have a very good pal of mine, Stilts, right? Big up Stilts. He was lying asleep on the couch, right? And it's not called Stilts for no reason, right? So his fucking legs are hanging over at one end, the 3-piece suite, and his head's hanging over the other. And so I'm like that, ready to put the soap in my face, right? And Thomas is like, no, you need to practice first, right? So he says, see Peter's head, just soap half it up. And I'm like, alright, and if I'm going to get a shave out of this, it's alright, no problem. So let's half his head up. He always had a skinhead anyway, so it didn't look too bad. Well, it did look bad, but it didn't keep him worse. I'm doing it more Saturday than that. So landed his head up, because what to do now is like put the razor on the water, right, and started pulling it down, right. Fucking head's cut and all that, right, but because he's blazing, he's not even realised, right. So I finished, right, and he's got half half of his head is totally bald, right, shaved bald, covered in cuts, and this is like probably about the same length this side, right. And then Thomas stands up, right, and he goes, actually finished? I'm like, what about my shaving? And he goes, no, finish the shaving bit. I'm like, alright, so maybe I'm going to get some other adult stuff to do. He's like, right, now I'm going to pretend I'm asleep, right? You're going to get, he pulled that fiver out of his pocket and he's like, you're going to give that to Stilts and say, you're going to wake Stilts up, give that to him and say, your mum needs fags. Going to run down to Chrissy's shop, right? Chrissy's shop used to be a Spar and alright, this is going way, way back. So, I woke Stilts up. Oh man, what is it man, and Stilts is like, Stilts is still got this English accent even though he's been out forever, but he's like, yeah, what is it be man? And I'm like, you're gonna go down and get my mum fags. I don't know, he didn't know, so I was fucking pissed, but because he just opened his eyes probably, right? So he just bounced straight up and he's like, right, no problem, I'll go down and get your mum fags. So, the funny thing is, a couple of years later, when I was like 5, I could walk down and get fags myself, because he would just say, that's for my mum. And that's just how Islay was. Islay's a wee island off the west coast of Scotland, just in case you're wondering, right? The village I come from had about 1,000 people, it's called Portel. But, right, so this carries on, right? Them getting me drunk, me stealing drink, blah blah blah. I thought about this at an NA meeting. She was talking about the first time she picked up, and I thought, when's the first time I fucking picked? And I was like, that fuck's sake, smoking fags and drinking when I was like 3. It's like, I've been an addict since I was 3. And I just, it sounds like it, I just started my addiction, right? But anyway, right, so, so Stilts runs down the shop, right? He's got in, he goes in, I think he has to go to Chris. No, sometimes, I'll tell you a story, but you could get Chris, you could chat Chris up and she'd open the shop for you, right? But I think he went down the shop zone, and so it's bounced in, right? Chrissy's looking at him, good funny, right? Chrissy actually the same second name as me, it's spelt differently, but probably if you go back far enough, it would be some sort of common ancestor. Anyway, right, so he's going and he goes, oh, I can get 20 illegal king size smoke back then, and something like that. So he's like, give me 20 illegal king size just for Jeanette, and she's looking at me, and then she's probably like, cause she's like, I guess she was like old school Irish, but as I know, some people there have never even been off the island, so she probably just thought it was a new fashion thing or something. But she's turned around and walked out the door, and just as he's opened the door, he's caught his reflection in the thing in the window, and she went fucking tearing back up the road, right? He's like that. Where is that? C beep. And I'm like that. And he's upstairs in the toilet, and he's like, I'm going to fucking kill him. He goes, how? And he goes, fucking prick shaved half my head off. I'm like, oops. So eventually Tom comes down and starts like, fuck's sake, fucking out order, why didn't you shave the whole lot of it off or whatever? Blah blah blah, I'll shave my eyebrow off. And he's like, you're touched to me. He goes, who the fuck, what else was it, him? And he goes, it was him. I'm just like, cheers for throwing me under the bus, mate. But anyway, right, so this was a regular occurrence all the time at 35 Crotnafara. Crotnafara is Gaelic for Hill of the Fairies, right? There's a lot of fairy hills in Scottish culture. But so I know the part I'm going to get to is upset. So right after that, right, it's not been as bad. Well, I've not been drinking all the time and all that, but so Dad, Mum, Dad split up 4 or 5 or something. But when I was 7, right, there was my mum in the house. Me and Brother Scott shared a room, right, and then in the back room there was my dad and his girlfriend at the time. It would have been nice to have anyway, because she done a bad thing to him. He done a worse thing to her. He threw a cat in the fire and shut the door. so this is pretty sick, actually. But, that's his, and he shot him, see, when he was after taking magic mushrooms for 4 years, he shot himself in the head with an air gun. Didn't kill him, but yeah, it's pretty damaged. Anyway, we're all pretty damaged, and this is why. So, I wakes up like 3 in the morning, right? Tell exactly when it was, 7th of April 1989. And it's surprising, fact, that's a strange bit of trivia about that day. That's the date that Beetlejuice came out on video, I think, because I've been looking forward to from seeing it. I had the poster on my wall, like the video show, and sticks in my mind. Weird things about that day. And so, Cure's on, it's fucking blaring, right? But I couldn't hear people talking and that, so I was like, fuck, I just put my online pissed, right? So, gets like fucking half an hour later. So, fuck, I'm gonna have to go and turn that down, right? So bear in mind, it's only me and my middle brother who sleep through a fucking. I've seen him sleep through a hurricane in a fishing boat. But and my older brother was buried away at the back of the house. He could nothing. So it was a 3-bedroom terrace council house. A scheme of 35 houses. That's one you wouldn't say out here. Like what you call it, an estate or a project in America, right? But only 35 houses in it. It's only a wee fucking village. So I goes down and opens the living room door and my mum's lying there. She got her head back like that. And anyway, I goes to turn the music down, right? And they're like, Mum, and no answer, right? I went to that, but I'm not sure I meant to shake it. Her head was cold as stone, and she killed herself. And I found it. And so, sorry for I hardly ever cry because if I start crying I won't fucking stop. I mean, this is when it all started. 7-year-old thing your mum dead. 7 at a fucking important age and that, right? So, the thing was, right, my wee body's fucking, my wee brain's fucking blocked out finding it, right? Because I always wondered, right? Me and Scott were in our rooms, right? And Scott's still fucking sleep. I can't even sleep through anything, man. Fucking rest in peace, bro, man. But so, my brother Willie sticks his head in the door, right? And, fucking, I had that little, sort of washed out red top on, and it was like a diamond, like a number design. It wasn't a number top. That's very vivid. And he stuck his head in and he said, she's dead. And I just started bawling. And Scott's like, who's dead? What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, Mum's dead. And but I knew, I was like, how the fuck did I know? So I didn't know until I was 24, right? And I'm sitting in Glasgow, right? The same up heavily addicted to heroin, right? I'm at my sister's house, and she's also really bad on the drink, and so she said to me, we were talking about Mum, right? It's me, her, and my baby mother, Lindsay. Hi Violet. She says to me, must have been for you because you found it. And honestly, it just went click. And I remember everything I just told you then. And you know that ironically the Cure song that was on was Boys Don't Cry. And she left suicide notes. And because I was only 7, right, obviously cussed his dad, must have got a hot streak. I've never actually asked him about this funny too. But because I was young, right, and then what's happened, right, my dad was a chronic alcoholic, like with him, that was a fucking disaster. Well, it was a disaster later on that year, and it took me away, not only took my mind off it, right. But cost his dad must have got horse right. But the thing is, my sister and I, she never wrote one for her. And that's fucked up. That's horrible. I mean, how did you feel after that? I mean, no wonder she drank herself to death. I mean, I don't know what it is with parents and fucking. Well, my parents and one of my best friends' parents, and like, the fuck is it? What is it with them? They weren't supposed to give your kids a better life. And just fucking just destroyed. It just destroyed my life. I mean, even later on when I was back and gone to sea when I was 15, working the fishing boats, I get phone calls saying, your dad's staggering up around the street saying, my boy's away.